BT Naruto. This beat sounds like Iron Man and like Avengers Endgame theme music. At least Iron Man and Avengers team is put together. Alright. Let's get it. Let's go. Here we go. Yeah. Alright, let's get it. Let's go.
This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming up next. Today it's live final round coverage of the Mountain Shootout. Frank, with those snow-capped mountains in the distance, this opening hole is really a gorgeous getaway. You can kind of get lost just looking out on the horizon.
Yeah, it certainly is pleasing to the eye off the tee. See the hole bending gently to the left. Bunker down the left, not really in play. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. This shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Now the approach shot here at the par 4 first.
Generous green, just a little bit uphill. Not minute, really. Big green to hit into, though.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Excellent shot to within 10 feet. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
And getting ready for the putt. And he makes it for par. On to the second hole, 171 yards, tricky little par 3. Just a pure strike, and a perfect result. He'll have a good look at birdie now. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Continues to roll it very well all day long. So a par 4 to open, then a par 3, and now Frank here at the third, a par 5 at 528 yards.
And you get to see everything very early on in the round. Dogleg left first hole, par 3 second, and now a long dogleg right, par 5. With a good tee shot, though, you can definitely reach this hole in 2.
Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole. Second shot here on the par 5 third at Banff Springs.
Even though the green's protected by bunkers on the left, everything sort of kicks from the player's right to the left. So you can land that ball in the right section of the green, allow it to feed towards the flag. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Well, too bad, Frank. That one rolled right off the green.
It was just coming out so hot.
On the green in regulation. Trying to make yet another birdie. You'll love them, the birdies, and that's another one. Well, look at this hole, Frank. A par 3, 192 yards. It is beautiful.
It's called Devil's Cauldron, but with that lake, I think that should cool you down, not heat you up. Just keep an eye on that drop of elevation. For every 10 yards, you should reduce it by a club. So it's going to play some 50, 60 feet downhill.
Tugged that one a little bit offline to the left. And he'll pay a bit of a price because that rough is fairly thick. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish. But, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
Great roll right
Amazing putt
there.
by me, so
Just
I get it
a
done.
pure stroke right in the heart. Frank, what's the key here at the 5th hole? It's par 4, 424 yards.
The first real stringent tee shot of the day. 3 bunkers, first one not really in play. That third one in the distance, unless you're someone like a Bubba Watson, you should be able to aim at that and not reach it.
A great way to start a hole, nicely placed in the fairway. Set now for the second shot, par 4, 5th.
Just be aware of where the flag is. If it's cut in that front section, you definitely want to carry the front of the green. The hole is a little more difficult when they start to push that flag in the back left. You can see it narrow up there.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor.
All right, Eagle.
Rather nice shot, sir.
I mean, that's how the game is played, right
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
there. Just a tap in to finish the hole. Wow, what a birdie. Frank, as we arrive here at the par 4 6th hole, reasonably short at 373 yards, a lot of golfers arrive at a hole like this and they'll think, well, I'm just going to blast it away because it's such a short 4. You think these kinds of holes require a little more thinking?
They certainly do, Rich. If you can't drive it to the front edge of the green, there's no point really trying to hit it through that narrow neck. You can just sort of knock a 3-wood down there, or something that's going to give you a decent yardage where you can at least spin that second shot. If you can guarantee that ball's going to stop when it lands, it's going to be much easier than trying to fashion some sort of pitch and run.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
That's well played. Now a good look at birdie. This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, and trying for another one today. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Now to the long par 5 7th hole, 602 yards, Frank. They call it hoodoo.
Yeah, it's nothing for a little muscle man. He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there. That is a heat-seeking missile right there.
Golf ball?
Wow.
Shout out to Human Torch, Superhero, Fantastic Four, Marvel.
Pretty good
And
drive
also,
here.
Another straight
Kirby
one.
Larson has Captain Marvel.
Those are good numbers
too.
right there.
With the power of the cosmos.
320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway. This one has a chance to be close. It is on the green, but that will be a tough putt on the way. Pretty long putt right there. You'd be happy to get it to within 2-3 feet. Will not be happy with that one. Locked in on the read and the speed. Oh my goodness, how did he miss that? So a tester from 4 feet. That is a solid par putt. Now to hole number 8. It's another par 3 with some water. Frank, only 150 yards. This is the shortest hole in the golf course.
But distance control is still very important here. If you can get the right distance, you could perhaps aim 10 or 15 feet left of the flag. You're only going to have a 10 or 15 foot putt. So just think of that. Water on the right there, maybe just aim a little further to the left. You can still make birdie.
This is a good-looking shot. Terrific golf shot. And now, that for an easy birdie. This is for his birdie. No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Just love the variety here on the front side, Frank, coming off that short par 3 8th. Now we go to another par 5 to round out the side, 501 yards.
And the third par 5, interesting front 9 here. 3 par 5s, 3 par 3s, and 3 par 4s. This one, not the longest par 5, but still reachable. This one, you have to be a little bit careful, though. This is probably the toughest driving hole on the front 9 with regard to par 5s.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
shot.
It's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
That was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Birdie try up next. Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie. Missed on that one, Frank.
Yeah, not a problem.
Just a couple of feet. In for par. So off the long par 3/10, we are at the 11th hole, 417-yard par 4, Frank.
It looks like a straightaway par 4, Rich, but if anything, the hole actually bends to the left, and you really want to follow that natural contour of that. Just sort of draw it off those bunkers on the right, or just simply carry it over the ones on the left. But ideally, down the left side, it avoids that iron tree that's further down.
Great strike and a great result. Sitting up, good chance to attack the flag. Frank here at the 11th hole, second shot, another chance to make a birdie.
It certainly is. The only thing you're guarding against here with that second shot into 11 is just going long. Pretty generous green once again. Because it slopes back into the player's face, the ball's not going to kick forward.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Par yesterday, now for birdie. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Here at the 12th, par 4, 442 yards. Frank, what's ahead?
This one's called Big Boat. Hole's certainly a lot longer than the 10th hole, which is Little Boat. Dog legs to the player's right. A couple of bunkers down the left side. That first bunker on the left shouldn't be too much of a problem to carry. But once again, even though the hole bends to the right, you'd like to be down the opposite side of the fairway, which is the left.
Dialed in now for this second shot here to the 12th hole, Frank.
A chance for another birdie, Rich. Just be a little aware of this green. Nice little rolls and contours and different levels. So just be aware of exactly where that flag is cut today. And just try and keep it on that section.
Good looking shot right here. Really in control of this hole. Birdie yesterday and another opportunity on the way. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. He's made it. Par 3 13th, it's 225 yards. Frank, you happy walking out of here with a 3?
Yeah, take a 3, go to the next hole, unless it's match play.
All right, hole in one. Close to
birdie try up next. Birdie try again here today.
Just when you think you're going to make birdie, now have to really concentrate on this and at least make par.
That's how you maintain momentum. Make those putts for par. On to the 14th hole now. It's a par 4, 442 yards. And what's the right way to attack here, Frank?
Two choices. Try and squeeze it down the right side, just short of those big bunkers on that right. Either that or carry the bunker complex on the left. A little awkward.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. Repetitive is often sounds boring. This is just shot after shot, and it's anything other than that. Spectacular.
Just slides by.
Yeah, can't afford to miss too many of those out here today.
Good putt. Well, now the par 4s begin to stretch out a little bit. The 15th here, Frank, is 475 yards.
Certainly want to put your big shoes on here. Nice big slinging draw off the tee might help go a little further. Does go downhill considerably. Just get a little bit more run out of the tee shot if you did that. Can
Come
a ball
on now.
explode?
Let's go! Golf ball.
Really big.
Shots the Human Torch. And Parker B. Lawson's got them over. Chip Flames on also. The power of the
Excellent start
cosmos.
off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole. Pretty stout second shot here at the par 4 15th. And Frank, what's the right way to shape this one?
It's actually one of the few shots you'd probably want to hit left to right. Notice the entry of the green is more on that left side of the green. Green does pitch back to the player as well, so maybe a little cut in here for a change.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? Always love to hear the sound of the bottom of the cup. Moving on to number 16 now. It's a par 4, 414 yards. And Frank, what are we looking at here?
It's another hole that'll favor a nice sort of high draw off the tee. It'll set up that second shot to a green that has got several different levels on it.
Good contact, good result.
Rich, right now, this does not look like the same player we saw earlier in the day.
I don't recognize him. He was hitting it all over the ballpark in the first few holes. I didn't think there was any chance that he'd be where he is right now. Credit to him. This took guts.
Yeah, his composure is so different right now.
Well, that's the beauty of this game. You stay with it. It's 18 holes. You keep fighting, and you can put a score on the card. Can't hide the flag stick from that man. Locked in on the read and the speed. continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Now to the 17th, 374 yards, and Frank, players might be licking their chops here.
They certainly would, Rich. Bunkers left and right, but they can be carried with an aggressive tee shot. And it'll set up just a short iron into a green that pitches towards you. So maybe just a little bit underneath the flag with a second shot. And really a chance to have a fast finish.
Frank, right where you want to be.
Wouldn't be better if it was on a tee.
Frank, as we get set for this second shot here at 17, did you like the aggressive play off the tee?
Well, fortunately, you've got a second shot here, but now you've got to fashion some sort of bump and run. But it's a bit dicey trying to hit it all the way up there off the tee.
This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday, and a chance for another one today. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Frank, we have said it over and over. Another birdie. Here we are at the 18th at Banff Springs, 578-yard par 5. Frank, did you like to finish a round with a par 5?
Certainly if I could birdie it, that's for sure. And there's a good chance here at 18 you can, but there's bunkers galore. They're all in play for various standards of play. But the reward is if you can pump one down. He's gone for a little extra.
Golf ball. Shout out to Human Torch. And also my girl we lost since Captain Marvel. She flames on too.
There's always
the
advantage.
Cosmos.
Further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Nice play right there. That's in pretty close. He has a 12-footer here. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. And that wraps up the final round. Just a great performance by our champion today.
Couldn't agree more, Rich. I think this one will have to go down in the books as an absolute classic. Fantastic play, not only in the course today, but all week long.
Emmanuel Nard wins Mountain Shootout. Emmanuel Nard won the Mountain Shootout on Sunday for his 116th PGA Tour title. Let's go. And 18th time this season. Nard finished with a final round 15 under 56 to close out the victory. All right, nice. Thanks for the acknowledgement. Is this another major? Do we got another major on our hands? Let's get it. Let's go. And today is March 4th, 2020. Shout out to the 4th day of spring 2020, which is today. All right, CBT Naruto. Over and out.